Hello, my name is Zach Baker, and I'm a barista at Starbucks. And today's my day off, so you're probably asking yourself, why are you wearing your apron if it's your day off? Well, to be honest, I want to become a coffee master. See, over at Starbucks, we can get a black apron, but that's only for those who are masters of coffee, okay? I am not one of those, and I want to be one of those. So I figured the best way to do that is to try some coffees and talk about all of them and my experience. Matter of fact, I've got a nice little coffee passport here that I'm going to be filling out, and it's got all of our coffees. So I've decided I'm just going to start at the first one and work my way through it, and then hopefully by the end of this little journey that I'm going to take you on with me, I will be a coffee master and I will be able to wear that black apron. So today we're going to be trying Starbucks Veranda blend. It's a blonde roast. Try her out. So I'm going to be using a French press today because this is what Howard uses, and if it's good enough for Howard, it's good enough for me. But I can't just throw this coffee in there because I might get it too watery or too weak and it won't taste right. See, there's four crucial fundamentals to brewing the perfect coffee, and that is, number one is the proportion. You need 2 tablespoons for every 6 ounces of water that you use. That's crucial. All right, if you want the right tasting coffee, that's the correct ratio. How they determine that, I don't know. I'm not a coffee master. Okay. Second, what you're going to want to do is you need the right grind of coffee. So for a French press, I need a coarser grind of coffee, which is what I have. I can grind my own coffee at Starbucks, and so that's what I did. Depending on what kind of coffee maker you use, you're going to grind it more fine or more coarse, depending. Third is, I believe, let's see, I need a teleprompter so I can just read it, but I don't have the budget for that yet. Water. Water is the third one. You don't want, your like gross, nasty tap water. Preferably filtered water or bottled water. I have filtered water in a bottle, so I one-up that, so my water is going to be fine. Finally, if you want to brew perfect coffee, the coffee needs to be fresh. Okay, coffee is it's like produce, sort of. I mean, if you buy it, it's eventually going to go bad or go stale. It's best to use within about a week of opening. Once again, why? I don't know. That's what science says. Actually, probably till you can taste the difference. The taste will diminish after about a week. So that's not science. It's like common sense. Common science sense. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. The way you can remember that, it's proportion, grind, water, freshness. Mnemonic device to remember that. So I said purple gremlins, water, flowers. And that's how I remembered it without needing a teleprompter. I'll go ahead and get this coffee started and stop talking. Alright, so it's time to purport this all out. It says here if you have an 8-cup press, which this is, you use 2 tablespoon scoops. Wow, that's a lot. I only have 1 tablespoon, so I'll do 10 whole scoops. We'll fast forward this. You don't gotta see all this. Oh, that makes sense. So it filled up all the way this black line. I've been making it wrong this whole time. Okay. That makes a whole lot more sense now. So I'm assuming the water is going to go up to this black line. Let's see. I've already got the water calculated. So there's all 10 scoops. There goes like a quarter of my coffee. But don't matter because it's going to be great coffee. So I've got the water all planned out here. So we're just going to dump it in. No, I'm spilling. Now my proportion is going to be all messed up. I spilled a few drops. Okay, and the second one. Yeah, what do you know? Right up to that black line. I feel like a whole lot more things make sense now. So with the French press, what you do is you just pop this little topper on. Bam. And you wait 4 minutes. I don't have a timer. Okay, my phone. 1:40. Okay. I will see you back here in 4 minutes. And we'll try some coffee. Okay, so 4 minutes have passed. So I'm just going to press this down. God, that is so much coffee. Before I've done like maybe 2 scoops, and I thought that was strong, and now I just did 10. So I'm going to get the full flavor this time. Oh, and by the way, it says to use water straight off the boil. I threw my water in the nuke box for like 7 minutes, so I'm hoping that that's the same. This is hard to push down. This is all that coffee. Oh, and also it's important to know I have in this cup here a different cup of coffee. When you're tasting a coffee, you should always have a second one, so that way you always have something to compare it to. So in here I have some very old house blend. It's Starbucks as well, but I'm not tasting the house blend today, so it doesn't matter that it's stale. It's just something to keep my taste buds on the edge of their seat. So the French press is pressed. Got my second coffee here, so now you just need your favorite cup of coffee, or I mean your favorite cup, and you put the coffee in here. So I'm gonna grab this. Oh, sorry, Howard. I probably shouldn't do that with the apron on. Okay, my bad. So I'll just grab my alien cup. That's my favorite cup, anyways. So I'll pour it right here. Ooh, that is good looking coffee. Okay, Veranda here. And the house blend here. The first thing that you want to do, there's four steps to tasting coffee. You smell it, you slurp it, you locate it, and you describe it. Sometimes snakes look deceiving. That's so stupid. Okay, so first I'm going to smell the coffee and see what it smells like. I'm supposed to cut my hand, sorry. I just ground it today, so it's got that new coffee smell. You know, this is my first coffee, so I don't really know what I'm smelling for. Piney, maybe? I don't think I'm going to be a very good coffee master. Let's smell this one. Okay, actually, now when you compare the two. This one's like darker is the best way to put it. That's the house blend. The Veranda, though, very light smelling, if that's a describing word for smell. I don't want to smell it anymore. I'm not good at that. So this is hot. So the reason you slurp it is because the coffee is burning hot. And when you slurp it, it just kind of throws all the coffee around your mouth, cools it down quicker, doesn't burn your mouth. You taste it everywhere on all your taste buds because you got taste buds everywhere. So let's slurp the Veranda and see how she tastes. See, that's why I don't like blonde roast. It's very acidic. I don't like that. That's one thing I do now. And actually, let's turn the page here. When you're tasting coffees, you're looking for 4 things. Aroma, acidity, the aroma, I don't know. The acidity, I got that. That's the second step. The body and the flavor of the coffee. So this is very acidic. That's for darn sure. Let's go. Yeah, that's one of the characteristics of blonde roast that I don't like. So we'll go, I'm going to compare it to the stale house roast that I got here and see what this one tastes like. Even though it's stale, I like this one way better. Because once you compare it, it really changes everything. You can definitely tell this one's more balanced. This one, actually, now that I think about it, you can feel it mostly on like the tip of your tongue. And it's very light. It's very, this one has more balanced taste. This one's just very like bright in your face. The back says that it's mellow and soft. I would not say mellow. I would say very bright. Maybe I brewed it wrong. Maybe I didn't use the right proportion. Soft, I could see that because it does have a very light feel. Compared to the house blend, that just tastes so good. That's a good coffee. This might be the overall winner. I'm going to judge them all at the end of this, but that's a good one so far. Here, you know what? So every one of our coffees can be paired with a food. The Veranda can be paired with the chocolate chip cookie. Not a bag here, a chocolate chip cookie. So let's, or the pecan roll. I don't know what that is, so I just got the cookie. So I'll try the cookie. The cookie's delicious. Now let's try the coffee now. See if that changes anything. Veranda, it just hits you hard, okay? It's very bright, it has a very acidic, and that's what I mean by bright. The acidity is just very high. When you eat it with the cookie, the acidity drops way down, like a bad stock. And it makes it, I would say, more palatable. Yeah, when it's as acidic as this, that's why I prefer dark roast, because darks aren't like that. So I would definitely say pair this with the cookie. Coffee's not bad if you're into a lighter roast. Not too much flavor other than just the immediate tang that you get kind of on the tip of your tongue. If you don't want that tang, get the cookie. I mean, the cookie is delicious in its own regard. I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. I'm sorry, Howard. It's got delicate nuances of soft cocoa and lightly toasted nuts. Okay, now that I read that, I can taste the lightly toasted nuts. I don't know what kind of cocoa they're eating, but I don't taste that in here. So now it's time for me to jot down what I got. I'll jot it down and tell you what I wrote at the end. And I'll give the Starbucks Veranda blend my final verdict. Okay, after my final deliberation, this is what I came up with. It starts me off with, what I love about this coffee is, and I finish the rest with, well, first, let's talk about what I didn't like. The in-your-face acidity that acts like a cold shower to your half-awake taste buds. I didn't like that. However, the cookie once eaten, acts as a hot water heater of sorts to make the shower, aka the coffee, more enjoyable. However, aside from that, the light body of the coffee was pleasant and would be a nice change of pace from stronger tasting coffees. Overall, I scored this coffee a 7 out of 10, and personified, this coffee is in Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. So that is my final verdict. Join me next week. I'm going to try the Willow Blend. I can't wait to try that one. That's another blonde roast, the last in my area of blonde roast, and so I'm excited to be done with those. Hopefully the videos from here on will go faster because I had to go over all the how-tos of coffee tasting, brewing, and all that good stuff. So that'll all be done, and I'll be able to just jump right into the tasting part. And also I'll be a little better. I mean, to be honest, I really don't know what I'm doing. But make no mistake, I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. Okay, to taste them all, that's my real test. To train my taste buds, that's my cause. So that'll do it for me here today. I will see you next week.